This was a game of team deathmatch with medics. When you were shot, you had to wait for the medic to come heal you. You had 3 lives, and once the medic from your team was down, you only had 1 life left until the game was over.
Our spawn's back there. Oh, it is this one. Where?
I joined into this game a few minutes after it already started. Both teams had taken ground and a stalemate had been reached in the middle of the field.
The first one and the second one.
The second one right here, you can see his little black head sticking out.
Okay, I see the building.
You got that thing rolling?
Yeah.
Good. Is he on our team? These 2 guys right here are on our team. He's on our team. The guy in the building is back there.
By the car, the overturned car.
Our goal here was to flank around the left side of the field, but we had to be careful because if we did not use this small playhouse for cover, we could have been shot from the left from a pile of brush that enemy players like to hide in.
Yeah. I see him.
Where is
He's still in the building. He's shooting at us.
We knew we were taking fire from a building in the center of the field, but there was enough foliage in between us and the building to where the shooter could not hit us.
So they got that side good.
It is hard to tell from the way the camera was positioned on my head, but you could see in between where the walls and the roof met, and the enemy players could not see you.
Yeah, I was just checking it out.
Hey, we're good to one. Good to one.
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah. I'm taking fire.
Hey, no, more trailer, SWAT truck.
Truck. They're in the truck.
We'd pushed a majority of the enemy team into a large delivery van at the back of the field. This would be a very
Watch the
big
truck.
mistake on
They're
their
in the
part.
truck. Get him right in the door through here.
With only one door on the van, and which was facing us, the enemy team had no
Right
way
here
to
at the
escape.
door into the SWAT truck. I can see their guns.
Really? Alright. They hit me in the lip. Medic!
I could only see the orange tips of the enemy players' guns, but that's all I needed. I fired a few bursts to keep them away from the openings and returning fire. The
Where's our
ricochets
medic?
inside the van would also make
Where's our
them keep
medic?
their heads down.
Ah, okay, there we go.
Oh, stuck my really good right now. Where are they?
I'm gonna,
Watch them, they're all in the...
I'm gonna get this wall right here. Oh, there's a swamp in here. Ooh, that was close.
I made a run for this car because from this position you could see directly into the van.
in the trailer too, or just the truck?
I'm shooting through like an engine bay, but I'm not hitting
Got one guy in the truck. One guy in the truck's down. I don't know why they're staying in there. I don't have one. It's like a massacre in there.
At this point, a referee moved up to the van to allow the enemy players who were trapped inside to leave.
It's like a massacre in there.
Alright, there's a guy in the horse trailer.
Yeah, he has a pistol.
I can't see him, the smoke's in the way.
He has a pistol, so
I got a pistol too. What do you think? Should I run for it? Yep. Jam? Alright, I'm leaving my DMR here.
Okay. Yeah, there's the flag. He's hit. Hi, Connor. Since when are you a black team member? No, the staff guy's talking to him. I think they're dead. Like, nobody could get in there, nobody could get out. They were just getting nailed from everywhere. Hold on. Are they coming out? Oh god.
4 players came
It's
out,
like a
but there were still
massacre
2
in there.
inside.
2 more.
2 people left. Anybody got like a grenade or something just to finish them off? Hey, medic, 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 medic. He needs a medic. Oh, jeez. Where are we getting hit from? Jeez. Medic! Dang.
2 enemy's
Dang
players,
it.
whose wait time of 5 minutes had been up, had come back from behind us.
Where's he at?
He's right there.
Oh my god.
Nice job.
This match was team deathmatch with no medics. My goal here was to use the left side boundary of the field to sneak around and flank the enemy. I moved slowly up the left side of the boundary, hoping to get a flank on the enemy. I had to be careful when moving and kept checking my right flank because there was no cover between me and the center of the field. The only thing that was stopping the enemy from seeing me was the foliage in between us and the camouflage I was wearing. From this point on, I moved up on my own. I knew I had to be quick to get to my position before the enemy team took it, but I also had to be careful and not be spotted when I was getting there to set an ambush. The excavator in front of me was as far as I could go, because in between it and the next piece of cover was 2 large ditches, and because of the recent rainfall, they were full of water and mud. I knew there were shooters in the building complex in front of me, but they were too far away and I couldn't see them clearly to take a shot.
I'm taking fire. You see him? Colin. Oh, no. There's two guys in those buildings.
After watching the enemy team's movements and giving covering fire for my teammates in the center of the field, I thought my patience had finally paid off. I spotted my brother, who was on the enemy team, moving up the trail towards me.
Oh, Malcolm. Yes. Yes.
Because this was a team deathmatch with unlimited lives and no objective, my immediate goal now became to take down my brother. I knew if my brother continued on the same trail, he would come up to the large ditch filled with water that stood in between him and me. I wanted to get to the embankment on my side to where I could ambush him when he came up the hill on his side. I started to move slowly up towards the embankment, hoping that my camouflage would conceal me because there was no cover between me and the building complexes in front of me. I began to take fire from the building complex in front of me, and with the only cover being the embankment that I was trying to reach, I had no choice but to go prone on the ground. And because I had made the mistake of moving up by myself, I had no one to give me cover fire to allow me to fall back. I was trapped. There was a constant stream of semi-automatic fire over my head. I knew if I stood up I'd be a sitting duck, but he had called out to his teammates and they were moving in on me, so I had to make a choice. I stood up to suppress them and then fall back to the excavator, but my brother had moved down the path and had now a perfect flanking position on my left and hit me from the side. This was another team deathmatch, but this time our plan was to rush the enemy and take as much ground as possible and push them back before they ever had a chance to take ground.
Oh, jeez.
Can't tell you how many times I just shot right there. Okay, this is a bad idea.
Gonna get trench
Maybe,
foot.
are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Great.
Because there was no grass in this area and had just rained, it was all mud. Our boots were sinking at least 4 inches into the mud and were getting stuck whenever we tried to walk.
And we got guys in the building right there.
Right there?
Yeah. I got like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh my god.
I moved inside to see if I could get a better view, but the mud was even worse in here.
I'm stuck. Oh my god. Ah. Don't go in here, you'll get stuck.
I'm already.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
Where's the core team at? I don't know.
I often like to use this playhouse for reconnaissance because of the small sliver between the wall and the roof where you can see.
Dang it. I know, I saw him. I'm just watching our backside. Okay.
These windows also provide a great vantage point over a large pile of brush that enemy players like to hide behind.
Hey!
Did they get hit?
Hey! There's one right here.
Yeah.
Look, walk. There's one of them right there in there. Hey, rush. Hey, can you rush us?
Hey, I wouldn't. There's people back there I saw last time. There's a kid in a ghillie suit. Oh, here he is! Oh, nailed him! Yeah.
This would be the only kill I got before my GoPro ran out of battery before the match could end.
Okay.